best friends due to our passion for Call of Duty. To be honest, Bo and I probably spent more time playing Call of Duty in 5th grade alone than we did spending time doing homework or studying for exams in high school. For many of you who don't know Bo, he is the one actor in the play who doesn't wear a mic. He doesn't wear a mic because his indoor voice is louder than the school's fire alarm. Some of you might also know Bo for when he emailed the entire school saying that we could leave because of bad snow conditions. A total of 10 students left, just a few minutes before the snow stopped and the sun came out. All jokes aside though, Bo is one of the kindest, funniest, and most caring people I know. Although we will most likely not be attending the same college next year, I will always think about the memories with Bo, such as our adventures in Mr. Ketchum's physics class, to the time we went to a Skrillex concert the night before one of our junior final exams. Now to talk to you about something important to him, I'd like to introduce you to my boogie boarding brother, Bo Albert Ketchum Hudy.
Argy mateys, welcome to the 4th grade University School Whaling Unit Showcase. That's all I had to say. Seemed like a reasonably simple and easy task for a guy who cannot stop talking. But no, was Mrs. Roller wrong. There I stood backstage sweating as if I had just run a decathlon, and shaking as though I had just seen my spaghetti bridge collapse right before my very eyes. I remember my brain running through every possible thing that could go wrong. I was paralyzed by fear. So, Bo, this is the time in the story where you say how you lost yourself in the character and discover that Brooklynese accent in your passion for acting, right? Wrong. And I blew it. In fact, I didn't even try. I allowed my fear to convince me that the most logical option was to pretend that I lost my voice and have the teacher do the introduction of the show for me. Now, I know most people are afraid of public speaking. However, my fears did not stop there. I was consumed by anxiety and had the most outrageous fears. I would ask Andre Nickel every day to make sure that my eyeball was not falling out. When visiting the Natural History Museum, I was petrified that I would end up swapping places with one of the wax figurines. I had to call my mother to verify that that wasn't a possibility. I began taking showers instead of baths because I felt as though a killer whale could tear up through the ground and jump into the bathtub with me. Now this fear ran deeper than most because on top of being afraid of a whale crushing me, I was additionally terrified of the idea of falling asleep and waking up as a whale. Now, looking back, my fears were completely irrational. Not only my fear of turning into a whale, but also my creeping fear of public speaking. The entire 4th grade class could have lied neutral in the fetal position for 55 minutes and still been greeted with a tear-filled standing ovation, similar to this one. That's my boy! You tell him how to whale! Oh, well, pretty soon he's going to be driving and then getting married. Ironically, I began to overcome my fears on the 4th grade whaling trip, where I was forced to face my fears head on. It's when I look back to the times like this that I am extremely grateful, not only that I have been able to overcome my fear, but that I have also been able to identify that fear, F-E-A-R, stands for false evidence appearing real. I would have thought that someone was crazy if they told me that my dream as a senior in high school was to be an actor. If I had never taken the leap of faith to go on the whaling trip, I surely would not be the same person that I am today. Whatever it is that you are petrified of, I urge you to face it, because living life in fear is pointless. Fear can take control of your life if you allow it to, and it will prohibit you from living life to the fullest. Learning to persevere through even the smallest of fears is vital in life. If I don't study exactly 23 hours before my physics exam, Mr. Ketchum is going to disown me as a student, and I'm going to fail, and then not get into college and never get a decent job. Once again, wrong. It is shocking how many people do not make time for the things that they love. It may seem as though your parents will not love you if you don't get that A on your freshman bio midterm, but trust me, they will. Now, I'm not telling you freshmen to use the winging it strategy. However, I am telling you that not properly balancing all aspects of your life will lead to regrets later down the road. Balance is what we should all strive for. You will find that you will do far better in school if you set aside time for the people and activities that make you happy and give you a chance to escape the stresses of the average daily work. Countless people have made the horrendous mistake of choosing not to take a class or not doing an extracurricular that they strongly desire to do. All of these people are very likely to be filled with regret later down the road. They don't necessarily remember every AP exam that they ever studied for, but they do always remember missing out on experiences that were only available to them at times when they failed to seize them. We have become far too consumed by looking towards the future of college, so much so that we have begun to sacrifice the things that we love doing now in order to prepare for a future that isn't even guaranteed to us in the first place. I have learned that fears are educated into us, and can, if we wish, be educated out. Virgil Thompson, a great American composer, gave this wise advice that has changed many lives. Try a thing you haven't done 3 times. Once to get over the fear of doing it, twice to learn how to do it, and a 3rd time to figure out whether you like it or not. Thank you, and good morning.
Thank you, Trent, and thank you, Bo. Announcements for the day. From Dr. Truder,